Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be recreating a J-Lo inspired makeup look she wore to the World of Dance TV show. I hope you guys enjoy watching. Let's get started. I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow in shade Taupe, and I'm using a Sephora small angled brush to fill in my eyebrows and brush as I go to make sure that they look natural as possible. I'm now going in with my NYX Creamy Concealer on a straight synthetic brush from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's number 20, and I'm using it to really define my brow bone, both under my eyebrows, and I'll eventually do it on the top as well. Really making the eyebrows stand out and look really fierce and clean as well. As you guys can probably already tell, it's quite a process and you want to really pay attention to detail, so no making mistakes, and this will really ensure that the brows look really clean and really defined as well. So do take your time with it. And now we're going to move on to the other brow and do the exact same thing. PS, if you haven't tried this concealer from NYX, I highly recommend it. It's super creamy. Even for a concealer for coverage, it works really well. So I do go back and use it as a concealer later on. You'll be able to see that. But the consistency and the texture is so amazing. The coverage is incredible. And I bought it from the States for $7. So I'm sure they sell it here in Priceline. Probably about $14. So really affordable. Now I've gone in with a clean brush, and all I'm doing here is just cleaning all that up and blending out that concealer into my skin. Now that that's done, I've gone in with my MAC Soft Ochre cream pot, and I'm just blending that all over my eyelid. This will act as a base for the eyeshadow to sit onto. It also really helps for your eyeshadow to stay on throughout the day as well. I'm now using the MAC paint pot in gold, and I'm just using it on my socket. So as you can see, using a soft blending brush, using it just on the socket of my eyes and really blending that out. And we're going to be applying our eyeshadow over the top. I'm actually using an eyeshadow that's an Australian brand. I'll leave the details below. And it just comes out really nice and soft and smooth, and the color was the closest thing that I could find that is very similar to the shade that J-Lo had on her eyes. But it's really important to make sure that you're using a soft brush, applying it in layers. So instead of applying the color heavy straight away, try to build the color so you're gradually applying it to get that nice finish. And now I'm just actually blending out the very crease of my eyes using the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm using just a plain orange shade and blending it into my crease just to warm up that area. And just with a clean brush, blend over the top of the edge just to keep it nice and clean. I'm using the Artist Couture highlighter under my eyebrow bone to add a little bit more of a highlight just in that small area that you can see there, and this will really create a beautiful glow onto the overall eye area and onto the face later on as well, creating that real seamless highlighted effect. I'm also adding it onto the inner corner of my eyes and whipping on some mascara from Chanel, the Le Volume mascara, and I'm trying to apply it in more of a clumpy sort of look to go with the lashes that we're about to use. And these lashes are from Model Rock. Okay, so we're going back into that concealer that I was talking about earlier, and I'm using it in the shape of like a triangle directly under the eye area. So I use this a little heavier than usual because I do have quite a bit of darkness under my eyes, and I want to really cover that darkness and also create a radiance as well. So applying it like a triangle will really take away any darkness, any puffiness. It kind of creates the illusion of a more lifted looking eye, As you can see, I've really brought it up quite high to the sides of my face. I'm also using it to cover any spots and pimples. I hate doing this because it really shows how many pimples I have. And I like to also use it on my upper lip and sides of my nose. I do a bit of laser in that area, so I find it really just creates that radiance and brightness there. And then of course blending that out, really focusing on blending that quite well. So I'm going in now with the Fenty foundation, and I'm using the shade 40. It's a little too dark for me, but once I blend it out, it works quite well. And I do find this foundation can throw off a little bit of yellow or even orange at times. So I've gone over the top of it with the Nars foundation in shade Aruba. It's no trouble at all. I'll paint out the sun. So here comes my favorite part, contouring of course, and I'm using the MAC Matchmaster Concealer in shade 8.5. I love the size of this, so it really helps to get that nice sort of application when you're contouring, because you don't want it all over the face, you do want to apply it just in certain sections. So I'm using on obviously my cheekbones to enhance that, using a little bit on my forehead and nose, and to define my my chin. And then I'm using the same concealer in the lighter shade to really, I guess, create that chiseled effect under the contour, and also using it in between my brows to highlight. And I'm now going in with the Models Prefer concealer. This is a little bit more creamy, a little bit more dewy, so I like this under the eyes so you don't have your product sitting into any creases and crevices. This will be a little bit more thinner in texture and a little bit softer in that area, so it doesn't look heavy or clumpy or dry. And again, just applying it like a triangle. I'm also going to use it above my lip line and just on my chin and nose as well. So basically these are the points of the face that wherever you are, whether it's day or night, if you're under sunlight or in a dull restaurant or a nightclub, these are the areas where the light will hit your face and really create that radiance. We're going to go in now with my microfiber brush from MAC and blend that all out. I am actually using the same brush to blend both the highlight and the contour, and I'm doing a very simple sort of blend because I do go over it with a beauty blender. Using the Mercier translucent powder, I'm using it on parts of the face to contour and chisel, sides of the face as you can see there, and under the eyes to set under the eyes so that that concealer doesn't end up looking dewy or creasy. I don't leave the powder on for too long because it can look quite matte on the overall look of the makeup, so I just like a minute or two and I do take it off, and then I go over the top with my MAC powder. I will leave all the details below. I've gone ahead and applied my bronzer and the Fix Plus spray, and of course the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter, which is my absolute favorite at the moment. And now I'm going in with the Cosmetix lip liner in shade Spiked. It's a really nice warm brown, not too dark, not too nude, and I'm just overlining my lips slightly just to create that plump sort of lip effect as JLo had in her look as well. I also used the lip pencil to shade in the rest of the lips. This will help the lipstick to stay on longer and to be applied a lot more smoother as well. And of course now applying the best part, those super glossy lips. So I did start off with the Becca Cosmetics lip gloss in Champagne Pop, and then I went over the top of it with my Huda Beauty lip strobe, and that completes the overall look. Highly glossy lips, those gorgeous soft orange eyes, really fluttery, sort of lashes, I guess you can call it. And we are now going to move into the hair. So we're not finished just yet. I'm just drying off my hair to make sure it's all dried up, and then we're going to go into some styling. I'm just going to section off my hair and straighten it really quickly in order to throw in some curls afterwards and for it to last. I do find it works a lot better when the hair is straight and a little bit smoother. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. Alright, all done. Now I'm going to pop in some shine spray. This is one of my favorites. It'll just smoothen out the hair, give it a bit of a shine. And going in with my Mook, I think that's how you say it, curling iron, and we're going to start curling the hair against the face. So this is basically the part where I got a little bit bored, and I burnt my hand. But if you're still watching, thanks so much. It is a little bit of a longer video than usual. Yay! The hair is finally complete. Well, almost. Now we're going to go in and tease it just a little bit, create a little bit of volume, and just have it looking nice, big, and full. And there you have it, guys. This completes our final look. Do you like? This concludes our final look, hair, makeup, tick. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you like the overall look. And if you do like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. Until next time, bye!